Hey guys, this is David here, just bringing you another deck profile. I took this deck, it's called Coalossal V. I took this deck yesterday to my locals. I ended up getting first place. I faced Inteleon Vmax deck. I faced a Orbettle Vmax deck, and then I faced the Eternatus Vmax deck. Ended up winning all games, taking all the prize cards. No one scooped, so that was pretty awesome. So yeah, let's get into the deck profile and I'll explain to you why I run these certain cards. So first off, I'm running 4 Coalossal V. He's honestly your main boss of the deck. You need him in order to get the Vmax to get started. So I'll usually go Coalossal V, put 1 fighting energy on him, wait till the next turn, hopefully nothing happens. And then I just evolve him and then we go from there. Eruption Shot. Let's go. And then we got our big boss, Coalossal Vmax. This guy is pretty much our win condition. So for 1 fighting energy, you do the Eruption Shot, discard the top card of your deck, and if it's an energy card, it does 90 more damage. So this guy's really good because if I have the boss's orders, they're, let's say if they put a Dedenne or a Crobat, they have a weakness to fighting energy. So I'm hitting them for 1 energy and knocking them out, taking 2 prizes right away. So that always came up. So that was pretty awesome. But this guy is MVP for sure. And then I run 1 Galarian Sirfetch'd. He didn't come up yesterday at all. What he's mostly used for is if I'm doing damage with the Coalossal Vmax, and let's say I'm like a couple more damage away for game, but I can't hit enough damage with the Vmax. I'll switch the Vmax to Sirfetch'd. All the fighting energy will switch to the Vmax to him, and then I can just finish him off right from there with Meteor Smash. It does 200 damage, so it's a pretty beefy hitter. But yesterday, yeah, he didn't really come up. I didn't really need him at all. I was always in a winning position for every game. So, yeah, but I mean, he's still pretty handy. I've been contemplating taking him out for the Zapdos, but I don't know, he's just too good to cut, so, but we'll see. I got 1 Eldegoss. She's more just for getting my supporter guard back from the discard pile back to my hand. She only came up once when I was facing the Orbettle deck. I boss's orders their Orbettle V. It wasn't a Vmax yet, and I knocked it out with the Vmax. I was able to get enough fighting energy on it, so I just Gmax Boulder to finish it off. But yeah, she's good. She's really good utility for sure. And they got 1 Fione. I don't even know if I'm saying that right. She's mostly here for the Whirlpool section, so if I don't have a boss orders or they have something else on the bench that I want to take care of, I do the Whirlpool section, and they have to choose which Pokemon they switch out. So usually I'll use this in a circumstance where I can knock out anyone on their bench, so it doesn't matter who they pick. But yesterday, this didn't really come up. I think it came up once. I had it on the bench, but I didn't really use it. Same thing, I was already in a winning position, but I just had it there handy. And then you need the 3 Orangaroos. The reason when I run 3, I want to see this guy ASAP as soon as I can, because he's the one that lets me put my energy back on top of my deck in order to discard. And then that's how I start stacking the damage on Vmax. But this card's really good as well. I got 2 Dedenne GX. This is my draw power. He came up every game. Every game he came up, and he always saved me so much. Like, got me the cards I needed to get. Really great card. 1 Crobat V. He came up once. The draw did matter because I got these cards that I'm about to show you next. So these guys are the cards that really won me all my games. So today, I hit 7 Crushing Hammers out of 10 times that I played it. 7 out of 10 is pretty damn good because I discard their energy, and every one of my opponents were not able to recover. They couldn't get their energy back. Against the Eternatus Vmax, I took out their weakness energy twice, and he just couldn't recover from that because I'm hitting Eternatus for weakness with my fighting. So this card is freaking amazing. It's like so good, but yet so bad at the same time because it's one of those flip cards. But today it came in handy. I had really good luck today. I got 2 switches just to switch out Pokemon whenever I need to. 2 air balloons. I mostly use these on the Orangarus. Whenever they knocked out one of my Pokemon, I put my Orangaru back on there in case I didn't have an option on my bench again. This one came in handy a lot. I used it every time on the Orangarus. One escape rope. Same idea as, it's like a boss and a switch at the same time. The only downside is that your opponent chooses which one they switch with. And it's good, but this didn't really come up today at all. So same thing. You only use this when you're in a losing position and you need to do something. But I was in a winning position all day, so I didn't really have to use this. Then I got 4 quick balls to search out any one of my basics. I would usually use this for Coalossal V, or I'd use it for Fione or Orangaru. So other than that, I didn't really search out anything else. I think I did use 1 quick ball once for Crobat, just to get the extra draw power, but that was about it. But these cards are pretty nuts. I did 3 research, restart my hand, draw new hand to 7, came in clutch, Marnie. So against the Orbeetle matchup, it was kind of a grind because he kept using Cheryl, so he kept healing all the damage from his Pokemon. So what I did, eventually there was one time where he had 17 cards in his hand, and I had 12 cards in my hand, and I was like, there wasn't anything that I was going to be doing that was going to change this, but I could stop him. So I'm like, you know what, Marnie. And then after the game, he's like, you know what, you Marnied me at the right time because I had everything set up for the next turn. So this card came in clutch in that match. This card is also really good in this deck, Rotom Phone. So Rotom Phone allows you to look at the top 5 cards in my deck, choose one of them, and shuffle the other cards back into the deck. So if I have the Orangaru out, I could either search out a card that I need, or I can stack the energy on top so I can use the Eruption Shot the next turn, or that turn that I'm using this, to get more damage on. It just really depends on the situation, but this card is really strong in this deck. One buff padding. I only had this once. I prized it the first game and the last game, but that time that I put it on my Vmax, it didn't really matter. It was gonna take him a while to kill my Vmax anyways. This is just like a reassurance to make sure like he needs to try and hit it hard. 1 Malu and Lana. That never came up, but the idea is it's like a switch, but I heal my Pokemon from my active spot if I discard 2 cards. But it never came up. That's a pretty good card. 3 Boss's Orders. This card is amazing. This card, I hope this card never goes away, but this card is just really amazing. This card won me 2 games for sure. And I just choose their Pokemon and it's mine. I get to kill it. 3 Communication. I would usually use this to try to search out the Vmax, because I'm not running Evolution Essence in this deck. Just because Evolution Essence I feel like is not necessary if I have Communication right now. I think once Communication comes out of rotation, I'd probably use the Essence instead to get the Vmax out. But this is also a good utility card to put something back in to search out something else that I need at that time. So yeah, but this card was, I use this card every time, every game. Now for the energy, I run 6 basic fighting energy, just because you gotta see it. You always gotta see it. I run 1 capture energy. So this one just allows me, when I attach it to a Pokemon, it allows me to put a basic Pokemon on the bench. I was running it at 2 before, but I felt like 2 was a little too much. So I thought 1 was just perfect, honestly. I only saw it once, but that one time it really did matter. And also, for Eruption Shot, it doesn't have to be a fighting energy that attaches to it. That has to be discarded. It just says any energy. So even if I put this on top, Eruption Shot discards, it'll still attach and do the 130. So that's it. And then my last energy, Stone Energy. This card is really, really good. So if it's attached to a Pokemon, it makes it so I take 20 less damage. And yes, this energy does stack for each of them. So if I have all 4 energy on my Vmax, I'm gonna be taking 80 less damage every time, which is huge. Like then I'm making it really hard for them to knock out my Vmax. Alright guys, well that's my deck profile. If you guys want to give it a shot, I recommend it. It's a really fun deck. I feel like it's very underrated, and it has really high potential. It'll change with this new format, but it's not weak to Psychic. It's only weak to Grass, so Grass is still kind of taking a backseat. Alright guys, so take care, good luck, have fun.